What's going on, YouTube? JT is Reborn here, and welcome back to another edition of my DC comic book reviews. And in this video, we're going to be talking about Titans issue number 32. This is a DCKO tie-in issue, and it says Titans together for the last time. So this is a DCKO tie-in. So I've covered all the DCKO tie-ins that are like really official ones that really tie into the event. So we can see that you have John Kent and them. They were in that Kids Are All Fight special, and that leads directly into this thing. We saw last time that Roy, instead of maybe taking John or Roy and Donna, instead of maybe taking the superpower John with him, and Roy stays behind to keep an eye on his daughter. He doesn't do that. He went off with Donna Troy, and they ended up getting captured by Darkseid's daughter Grail. And we also have the stuff going on in Gemworld, and Beast Boy's off kind of doing his own thing. Starfire is as well. And those really haven't been tackled so much in the event. They feel kind of like afterthoughts, unless I'm kind of missing something. But yeah, so they had Terra with them too, because they had to stop Jinx in Gemworld. And like Terra was going to be their means to kind of stop her, because gems are minerals and Terra has control over all that stuff. So that's how she's utilized. But we also see the heroes here like beforehand talking about should we utilize Terra, should we not? Now Terra's kind of given a chance to kind of redeem herself in this issue, which I think would work, but it really felt kind of rushed, and it didn't really feel as earned to me, I think, as they wanted to. But then again, the writer, I think, is going to be leaving after this, and we're going to get Tate Brombell as the writer from this thing. I don't know if that's next month or the month afterwards, because we had the DC, was it Next Level? I'm taking this to the next level. It's a Spy Kids 3D reference for anyone who would get that. But yeah, so we're going to have new creative teams, and honestly, I'm totally fine with that, because Titans just has not really delivered since it began. Let's be real. Since Tom Taylor was writing it, since Tate Brombell was writing it, I guess we're going to be getting a Teen Titans book as well, with Jason Todd as kind of the leader of it, and you have characters like Flatline, Leanne, and then a few other like new characters. I think there was maybe one other. Mr. Terrific's son is on there too, but they're introducing like, I guess, like 2 or 3 other new characters into that. And I'm like, why? We have all these DC heroes that could be utilized, and we're throwing in new ones again. Not that I mind the introduction of new characters, but utilize the ones that are kind of already out there that could use some stuff. But that's kind of a weird one to have Jason Todd as like the lead of that team. But I don't know. I just, my hope for a Titans book where Dick is kind of like the leader and mentoring some of the younger generations, it's just never going to work out. Even Teen Titans Academy, which I was looking forward to that before that turned out to be really terrible, was something where I thought, okay, this could work. We could really build up to it. We could get this thing. We could start with the older generation, mentoring the younger ones. No, we kind of skipped all that stuff, and the continuity doesn't really make much sense with how character relationships were and all that beforehand, but just kind of roll with it. We'll just wipe it away. We'll never really explain it. Yeah, I'm going off right here, but yeah, so Tara's in there, and like she's given her chance at redemption. She even talks about like them giving some sappy emotional speech to kind of like to her better judgment. But Raven brings up before like, this villain thing, it's not really working out for you. Let's be real. Try this hero thing, and you'll get a chance at kind of redemption to kind of clear your name and all that stuff too. So yeah, and then we have Grail in that, get ready to kill Donna Troy, but the heroes kind of come in. They ultimately kind of, I guess, appeal a little bit to Terra against her better, using some sappy emotional speech stuff, which I feel like if we really built up to it a little bit better, could have worked a little bit more, really have a true redemption arc. But it feels kind of rushed, if I'm being honest. And again, maybe it's because they had this event taking over, and we really never had a chance to build to it properly. But I don't know, it just felt a little underwhelming. Anyways, John and the kids that they helped to rescue, and the Kids Are All Fight special with the help of Cassandra Cain, show up, and they all team together, whoop Grail's ass, and just kind of send her ass packing into space. And then the issue kind of ends with Raven using her soul self to kind of reach out to the various Titans, talk about, okay, we're going to be working with Terra for a little bit now, and no matter what happens, like no matter how far apart we are, Titans are always together. And it says, next month, DCKO concludes, New Titans begin. So yeah, very kind of underwhelming ending to the John Layman, Pete Woods storyline thing with this. But I don't know, Titan just has not been working for me the way I think they intended it to. It just has, it's had the vibes of a book of, hey, we peaked in high school. But now it seems we're going to be kind of going with a bit of a different roster, which I'm like, okay, we'll get some of the older heroes, hopefully mentoring the younger ones and all that too. I think I saw John Kent might be on that book and all that too. But I don't know, like Titans could be so much better. But for a conclusion of the John Layman and Pete Woods stuff, this didn't really it was okay. I thought the Terra thing was a little bit quick, and having her like, oh, we're already like on the same page and goody goods and all that too. I don't know. That just doesn't work for me. It doesn't work for me, brother. The way I think they were kind of hoping for, but who knows? Maybe they'll win me over with a new creative team. I mean, I've been reading what Tate's been doing with the main Batgirl book with Cassandra Cain, and there was some good stuff in there. Definitely kind of dragged its feet a little bit with that storyline, but now it seems she's gonna be going back to Gotham, and she's got her brother, like, you know, the Jade Tiger with her. So I think hopefully that book will pick up the pace a little bit going forward after that. But yeah, this is a DCKO tie-in. We kind of wrapped up that Grail stuff rather quickly. We got these heroes sort of assemble, which I think is just meant to kind of pitch, okay, this is the concept of them together. Let's see them all working as a unit in a new book or whatever. So, but, you know, it could work out okay. Who knows? But, you know, this one was just kind of all right. Not a great epic conclusion or really a heavy emotional one. Maybe because I just feel so, like, not very invested in a lot of what's been going on in this book from, like, the beginning. But I feel like we definitely need some new creatives to really jumpstart this thing again and not make it feel like we peaked in high school kind of vibes with the Titans as of right now. I don't know. I feel like there's more you could really do with these characters, and especially somebody like Raven too, do something interesting with her. But I don't know, I guess we're just not going to get that unless Marv Wolfman writes her or something, or somebody could. Somebody's got to write a really good Raven story one day in the modern DC comic book, so away from all the Titan stuff. My pitch is to kind of get her into Justice League Dark and work with Zatanna and get her away from the Titans, and like I said, everyone on the Titans. That includes somebody like Beast Boy especially, and maybe have Gar behind and all this stuff. Who knows? But I'd like to see Raven go off on her own an adventure, because they haven't done anything really exciting with her. But that's my opinion too. Some people like this stuff. I don't know, it hasn't really won me over with this run, or this book in general really hasn't. In the 30 plus issues, there's been a few good moments in there, and, you know, some good artwork sprinkled in throughout the different runs. I do miss the Lucas Meyer artwork. I think that's when the book was at its strongest, like, because like at least like Raven and that was serving looks in the book. But the storylines, it just hasn't clicked the way I think it should. But that's just me. What do you all think of it? Are you really a fan of this Titans book? Are you glad we're getting a new creative team? Do you think it should just kind of wrap itself up? And I don't know. I feel like this next creative like lineup is kind of the book's last chance before it ultimately kind of ends. But that's the last hope for it. You really got to try and do something worthwhile if you're going to get a new creative team and kind of a new roster with the Titans. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see what they do. But anyways, those are my thoughts on this one. I'm excited that DCKO is finally kind of ending next month. I feel like it's taken over so much of the stuff I've been covering here on the channel, and I'm just kind of ready to move on from it after a few months of it and so many books and all that. I just feel tired anymore. But yeah, those are my thoughts on it. What do you think? Post your comments down below. Be sure to like this video, share it with your friends, subscribe to your channel for more content, hit the bell for notifications, all that fun stuff. I got one more comic book review I'm going to be covering, and that's the latest issue of Absolute Batman. And then after that, I'll be all caught up for a new comic book day tomorrow. So appreciate all of it, and I'll see you all later. Bye-bye then.